Celibacy seems to be a hot topic these days. It seems to be something that is a little trendy and just the thing to do, especially with Gen Z. So, I still just want to talk about why I'm choosing to be celibate or abstinent in this generation. Why am I choosing celibacy? So, celibacy is very important to me at this stage in my life. I feel like in the last 2 years, I've had this like deep revelation when it comes to sex. I'm not gonna lie, after experiencing heartache and heartbreak, like true heartbreak, not the little play stuff, but like real heartbreak, you don't want to do it anymore. That was my number one motivator in all of this. Like, God can come after that in terms of my journey, because I would be lying to you guys if I said, oh, I wanted to please God and I wanted to make God happy. No, it was just too painful to continue getting under somebody that did not love me. And that's the reality I feel like a lot of women don't talk about. I think a lot of women take pride, especially modern women, take pride in saying, hey, I don't feel, I'm numb. If I want to use a man, I'll use him. But they don't talk about when you actually do feel and you do get attached and you do become one with this person you've laid down with. They don't talk to you about the effects of that, how mentally there's a war on yourself after you've either had a child with or just been intimate with a man who has walked away from you or who has cheated on you or who has really just betrayed you in ways that you never would have imagined. There's a pain that comes with that, and it's not worth it anymore to me. And that was really the number one factor in me choosing celibacy. I no longer wanted to deal with the heartache. I no longer wanted to be left or to have to leave somebody because they stopped choosing me. And what it looked like when they stopped choosing me was that they put themselves first and made decisions that did not benefit me and did not exemplify love towards me. So I just became frustrated. I had one situation where it caused me to look back on everything, and I just regretted every single interaction I had ever had in a sexual nature with any man in my life in the past. And I just remember at that point moving forward, I knew I'm moving differently after this. There's no coming back from this. There's no folding. There's nothing. Like, I'm not going back on my word because I cannot allow myself to continue to feel like this. When I tell you, it has been the most painful journey to come out of this space of being hypersexual to coming into a space of more discipline. It has been extremely hard, but it is possible. And for years I would try, I would tell men, oh, I'm waiting till marriage. At the time I was waiting until marriage, and I would tell men that, and I would fold because I didn't really believe I could. And I didn't think it was possible for me because at the time sex was absolutely necessary and I needed it. I didn't think that I could never have it again and be okay, or that it wouldn't, I didn't know. I didn't think I could do it. I did not believe in myself. And so this time around, I've accepted the truth that I can do it. And belief, as my mentor says, belief impacts biology. And when I tell you that I've really started moving and navigating in this world in such a way that shows how much I believe in my ability to close my legs, I've been moving in that way. And here's why it wasn't so hard for me. Because, first of all, in order for me to actually engage in intimacy with a man, there had to be some kind of connection. It could not be a random man I'd never met, didn't know his name, didn't know his mama's name, didn't know his birthday. Like, it had to be a man who I had a genuine connection with. So a part of what kind of made that easy was that I just have not been entertaining men. I'm not on dating apps, and I will never ever get on another dating app in my life. It's never happening again. But it's made it easier because I'm truly in a space where I don't want to talk to men right now. And I'm not going to talk to men right now. But I also know that if a man were to come into my life tomorrow and he was everything I ever wanted, I have confidence in the fact that I'm still not moving on my standard. Like, it's going to take a lot for me to break my celibacy, and that a lot is marriage for me. I don't think I'll ever tell a man it's marriage, but for me, marriage is going to be that final thing, and it's not going to be a narcissistic man who gets me to marriage. It's going to be a loving, kind, patient, gentle, a man who sees me. It's going to take a lot of work for me to say, okay, I'm going to give you this prize that is my body. But that's a whole nother conversation for another video. But celibacy has become so important to me. But that brings me to the second question, was the how long will I be in this space of celibacy? So right now, I don't have a number for how long I'll be celibate. The key is just however long it takes for my husband to find me, in this lifetime. I'm starting to get to the point where I can accept that maybe it could be forever. Like, I could leave this earth and never have intimacy again, and I'm okay with that. I'm starting to accept that, because I have to understand we're not entitled to sex. We're not entitled to sexual pleasure. We're not entitled to that. It's really like it's a bonus. It's the icing on the cake. It's the cherry on top. It's not required. And it's hard to explain that to someone with a hypersexual mind, to someone who was addicted to corn and all of these other things. It's hard to explain that to most modern day men and women. We grew up and we had experiences that exposed us to things that caused us to be hypersexual. So now we're running on fumes, and we don't even think there's anything wrong. Like, we feel something, we know, like, something's in our head. It's like, no, this is not right. But we're continuing to make the same decisions and to use people. We don't think about how we're using people, and we're looking for love in bed after bed after bed, and nothing changes. And I feel like that's when it's really time to wake up. When you are sitting there in pieces, you are sitting there and people are either walking away from you or you're walking away from them, and pieces of you are going with them on the way out. I really feel like that's really time for you to do some introspection and say, whoa, this is not normal, because it's not. It was never meant for us to become one with so many people over time. We were supposed to become one with one person, and it was supposed to be a lifelong commitment. You were supposed to be dedicated to this person for life through the ups and downs. And that does not mean cheating, but it just means through the ebbs and flows of your growth and you becoming and life happening to both of you. Marriage has always been the standard, especially under God, bro. And we've allowed this culture to teach us that our sexuality is the most important thing, and freedom looks like being free sexually, and that freedom looks like being able to choose your sexual partners and have intercourse with them at any point. That's not true freedom. Freedom is self-restraint. Freedom is discipline. Freedom is having control over your own body. Freedom is saying, I don't want to do XYZ with you, and truly holding the standard of celibacy. There's so much freedom in deciding, until you love me, I'm not giving you access to me intimately. There is freedom in that. And that's where my mind has really gone. So I feel like I talked your head off this episode. I don't know when the next one will be. I'm trying to just kind of talk about these things that have been on my heart and the revelations that I've been getting on my journey. But I really hope this helped you. Please leave your opinion down in the comments. Let me know if you feel me. If you feel me, you got me. You on the same journey. Comment down below and let me know. All right, y'all. I love you.